Hi, I'm Jeff Black.
And I'm Josh.
And we are the design team at Little J Games. We're psyched to be here today just to share with you a few of our games. Looking forward to seeing you in person sometime soon. But without further ado, Josh, let's get us started. Why don't you show your game?
This is my game, Dragon Hatchlings, where you play as a young dragon trying to open as many of your own eggs as you can. If you draw one of your own eggs, you keep it. If it's one of your opponent's eggs, you shuffle it back into the middle.
That's right. Now, the first one to get 5 eggs will trigger the end of the game, but it's not necessarily 5 eggs that'll win. It's the most valuable group of eggs. So just because you go out of the game first doesn't necessarily mean you win. There's also some fun ways to mess around with your opponents in the game. Each dragon has
their own special ability that they can use to mess up their opponents.
Right, and there's also special action cards that are mixed in with the deck here that you can sometimes find to have a little extra fun during the game too. So, the second game we wanted to share with you today is one we've shown around a few times before, but it's had some big changes. Some say monumental changes. Now, the name of the game is Rushmore Monumental, and in the game you're trying to build a tableau of 4 cool faces, much like the faces on the famous Mount Rushmore National Memorial out in South Dakota. So, one thing we discovered throughout extensive playtesting is that people really like to drop rocks. So, in the spirit of the game, carving stone faces, chipping away at stones, chipping rocks, we have done some research here and we have managed to find a way to harness the gravitational power of the entire planet Earth in this one mechanism. You ready? Do you want to show? Wherever the rocks fall, whichever card they land on, you claim for yourself, and you try to build your own group of awesome faces, as I said before. So there's a few other ways that you can mess around with your opponents, improve your own faces, maybe damage some of their faces. And in the end, whoever makes the most valuable group will win the coveted contract to carve what will become the Mount Rushmore National Memorial. So thanks for having a look at these 2 games. I want to show you a couple more. Let me just get my table set up.
These are a couple more of our games. This one is Bears and Squares. This one is Moonlight Hippos and the Dreaded Croc.
These are both games that we've made recently, within about definitely the last year. They're both available as print and plays online, although I will admit the print and plays don't look quite as nice as what you're going to see right here in front of you. But that being said, let's have a quick look. Bears and Squares was inspired by a poem written by A.A. Milne. And in this game, you play as a young school child trying to make your way across the busy streets of London to get to Buckingham Palace without getting mauled by bears along the way. It's a family weight game, despite the bear mauling aspect of it, and it plays really quick, and it's fun for parents and kids to play together. This game over here is a co-op game. It's called Moonlight Hippos and the Dreaded Croc, and in this game you play as a family of hippos who've gone out to graze on the savannah under the moonlight, but you need to get back to your watering hole before dawn because that's when the dreaded croc arrives. And if he gets to your watering hole before you, you're going to have to spend all day out in the hot sun, getting a sunburn and all that, and nobody wants that, right? So these are a couple more of our games. As I said, they're both available online, and we wanted to say thanks for having a look. It's good to get to know you. The name of our company is Little J Games. We make all kinds of games, and we're psyched to see you at our table someday. So thanks.